Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in to my War Alliance update video. I'm going to be doing these for every significant War Alliance update that there is. Hopefully there's a lot of them, and hopefully you'll see me on a lot of these, but you never know. Maybe this is the last big update they ever do. You never know with games like this, but we'll get right into it here. And I am recording this like live in one shot, so I might edit it later on, but so if there's any stumbling over my words or I'm not super succinct, just bear with me because we do have quite a bit of content to cover here. So we're gonna start out and introduce what we're doing today. We're talking about War Alliance, which is a free-to-play mobile game on Android and iOS. It's something that I've been playing for over a year now, I believe. It's been out for... I started playing not long after it came out. So I've seen a lot of the significant changes. There's some stuff coming down the pipe, which we will talk about later, about some later on updates. But until then, let's jump right into it and introduce the biggest change that has happened to War Alliance since I started playing. There was a recent card that was just released. I believe it's called the Bullfrog tank, which is a tank that has a bazooka on top of it shooting people, and then it spawns riflemen, so just more swarm. But we're gonna start with Hero Mastery because Hero Mastery is the bulk of this update. Now, I don't know when you unlock this, if you have to be a certain level or something like that, but you basically now will get experience for your Hero Mastery level. And Hero Mastery is pretty much what it sounds like. You master the hero over time, right? So as you play, you get experience, and each time you collect a certain amount of energy or experience, sorry, it will upgrade your pass. We'll call it your hero pass. So here's the example. It's only 50 for the first one, then it takes 100, then it takes 100, then it goes 100, 200, 200, 200, 4. So it goes up slowly. It's kind of linear, but by the end of it, it ends up being quite high, where between these two, the top and the 49 and 50 is 2,000 points, right? So it becomes quite a grind, and this is the type of update that you put in kind of for longevity. And another game that I play, South Park Phone Destroyer, I want them to implement something like this, where I want it to be like equipment or something, where you equip it and then it could give you like a 1% bonus or something small, something not great, but something that gives you something to fight for, some reason to play. And so you can see here, you get hit points plus 1% and damage plus 1%. Over that 50 levels, you can get 5 of each of those, so you get a total of 5% damage and 5% hit points. And you can actually see that now from this screen right here at the bottom there. You'll see the hero bonus, and then the level you'll see up in the top corner. So when you're selecting a hero, you will see your 6, or I guess however many heroes you have. I have all of them, I just cropped it, but you'll see the level there, so you can kind of keep track. If you want to play one that's higher or one that's lower, you'll be able to look at that and see quickly what levels they are, so that's pretty good. And then here as well, like I said, it shows the hero bonus. That'll either show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Possibly in the future they'll increase the level from 50 to 100, and then you can get 5 more or something like that. I mean, that's easy longevity, right? Like, you can easily include that and just increase how much you could play. And stuff like this is good because it just kind of gives you a reason to play. Like, just play in general, like there's always, in games like this, there's always like a stopgap for like collecting rewards. In this game, you always get coins for victory, and which is pretty good, but you don't really get cards and other rewards and anything super meaningful unless you're refreshing your chests with gems. Otherwise, you're once you fill up that 4 chests, you're kind of stuck there. So now, as I'm playing, even if I'm done with all my battle pass missions, even if I am completely out of chest space or any reason to play, unless I'm playing a character who's maxed, which won't be soon unless you buy it, which is pretty expensive because it's 1-to-1 to boost it. And so if you look at the top, 18,350, so it's 1,800 or 18,350 gems to max 1 character, and there's 10 characters now, so that's a lot of gems. I know they increased the way you can get gems because of like the piggy bank and stuff, but I still don't think that that's worth it. So I don't think we're going to see too many people. Maybe people will boost themselves up a little bit early, but I think they'll come to notice that once you get to those higher tiers, it is not worth it. Not worth it at all. But at those higher tiers, you'll also see there's some pretty good rewards in general. That's a legend one. Before that, there's some pretty good packs and chunks of coins and stuff like that. So if nothing else, it is a brand new free way to get some new rewards. So free to play and whales alike will kind of like this. Now, we didn't talk about the boosters. Everybody gets 200 boosters to start, and then you're going to get boosters based on how many games you played. I got 6,000 myself. And 6,000 is actually about as much as you need. It's like 6,100, about as much as you need to take one person from level 0 to level 50 if you triple the experience every single time, and you get 3 wins, 3 star. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter whether you get the 3 stars or not. When you get the experience, the way the experience works is when you get experience, if you have an XP booster, it will use one of those and it will triple your experience. So if you only have 10 boosters and you get 20 points, then 10 of those points are boosted. So you get 30, then you get another 10. So you get 40 total, right? So the way that it works is you get 6 points or experience, hero experience, for just playing. Win or lose, you get 6. And then you get an extra 10 for every star that you get. So if you win with 1 star, you get 16. If you win with 2 stars, you get 26. If you lose with 2 stars, you get 26. If you win with 3 stars, you get 36, which is the most you can get. If you get 36, it gets boosted. You'll see down there in the corner, that's your 108 marker. That's the most you can get in one. And if you get 108 and you have the booster, where you need about 6,200-ish boosters, so how much I have right now is exactly how much you'd need. If you win 170 games with 3 stars, and obviously if you get 2 stars or 1 star, obviously the number of game goes up. But if you get a perfect 173 star wins, you will have enough to get to level 50, if I did that math right. So, and that's about at 170 times 30, puts you at about 6,000 or whatever. So that's how much doubler you'd need. If you don't have the doubler, you still get 36 per match, or the tripler, sorry, not doubler. You obviously want the tripler at all times. You can get the tripler from ads, and you'll see this, the home screen looks a little bit different now. They move some things around. I think some good quality of life is that you can see there in the middle on the right, there is, with that exclamation point, there is you click that and you go right to your missions. I think that's a nice touch. But you'll see that in the corner, you see your current heroes level. You see 1 out of 0 out of 50. That's my current level on this one. And then you can see, you can actually watch ads and get some triplers. So you get 30 per tripler, or 30 triplers per ad. And I think I could watch 3 or 4 at a time. And it's important to know that for War Alliance, the ads don't seem to be tied to your account. They're tied to your device. So if I can actually load up the game on my tablet and my phone and watch the ads again. So, refresh, get more battle tokens, get more triplers now. So keep that in mind. If you have a tablet or an old phone, you could load it up and maybe get double ad rewards. I don't really feel like that's cheating or anything like that, because they're getting money for that, right? So why would they not want you to do that? If they cared, they'd make it account specific. But anyway, so yeah, you can get 30, 40, 56, 30, 80, 90. You get probably 120 of them every time you do the ads. Then that's pretty good. Every time you get one ad, it's 1 win's worth, 1 3-star win's worth, pretty much. So it's not bad. I think it's a nice touch. When you buy it from the shop, I don't have a picture of this, but it's the highest tier and the most cost effective is a 2-to-1 ratio. You get 6,000 doublers for 3,000 gems. So for about 3,000 gems, you get as much tripler as you would need for one character to get to 500. Versus if you were to just buy the gems straight up without having to play, mind you, so you're saving a lot of time, you would have to spend whatever it was, like 16,000 or 18,000 or whatever it was. that number. Yeah, 18,350. Because the gems, it's a perfect 1-to-1. So if you have 26 experience left to go at the end, you could spend 26 gems and level it up. So I don't know why you'd want to do that. If the damage upgrade was maybe more, I would understand. But for 5%, it's definitely not worth that much. When for that same amount, for 18,000 gems, you could get 2 of the heroic chest, like 120-day multipliers, which I think is currently the best use of your gems. I think if you're trying to like spend money on the game in the most cost-effective manner, I would say what you need to do is you need to buy your piggy bank every single time. It's $7.99 for me, and you get 1,200 gems or whatever. You save that up. You get it as many times as you want, really. You can get it pretty much every couple days, but you get that, and then until you get 9,000 gems. And obviously, you use it for the battle pass, gems for the battle pass. If you have to finish the battle pass, do that. You know, if you want to, and you don't have to grind as much. It's not, the battle pass tiers aren't that expensive. But then, fuck, what was I talking about? Battle pass here. Oh, the heroic. But then, after you have about 9,000 or 3,000 or whatever it is for that tier, get the heroic chest that you get every day or something like that, because that's like 20 some rares or 20 some epics. That's one of the most consistent ways you're going to get your epics up, which is going to be one of the epic cards are kind of important. You know, having a high level pyro tank is kind of important, right? So we'll see what happens. And the hero master, I think, is a really cool idea. And everything about it seems right. It doesn't seem bad. You know, it's not like you're putting it behind this incredibly impossible amount of play. It's really not. It's not terrible. 173 star wins with the tripler. That's not bad. Like, it's still a lot. Like, don't mind you, that's a lot. But when you look at some people have. You know, I think I have thousands of wins. So just naturally playing over the last year, I would have upgraded 3 or 4 of my characters probably to 50. Most of them, I'd probably have it pretty spread. Most of them would probably be at like 20 or something like that. I wish what they would have done is instead of retroactively giving us triplers, maybe retroactively give us upgrades on certain characters, because they could probably tell how much we've played certain characters and maybe give us like a little boost on certain characters. But I get why that would maybe be a little bit more difficult to pull off. But I like the updates that they're doing so far. So I'm gonna go through the pictures that I had real quick to make sure I didn't miss anything that I was gonna mention. It doesn't seem like it. I kind of like the new layout here. This seems a little bit more, and like the background is different and stuff. It's pretty cool. Oh, and one thing I noticed on the final screen, the win screen, you'll notice that they not only do they say how much you gained, but they also say how much the enemy lost. I've yet to see a situation where it's not the same amount, but you know, maybe if it's a really big discrepancy in levels, it'll be different. But I just thought that was an interesting thing. It might have been there before and I just never noticed it, but it's definitely something I noticed here, so maybe they changed how it looks. And then obviously your hero levels up, you get the rewards. Very simple. But let's just look forward a little bit here. So we do know what codename Convoy was. That's the bullfrog, I'm assuming. So there will be one more. I assume the second one is Hero. So it's codename Strike. So there's going to be a hero whose ability is maybe like an airstrike, where similar to Gustav, except instead of dropping units, it'll drop damage, like a delayed damage kind of thing. Who knows? I'd love to see, what I would love to see is with this hero mastery system, add like a hero ability where each hero has 1 or 2 options to choose from, and then on a cooldown period you can click a button and then use this ability. Like maybe for Commando you just get like increased attack speed for a little bit or something like that, whatever it might be. Just something small and nuanced that could help the characters, you know, become a little bit more more unique, I guess. And then within that, you could have there be maybe different gameplay within the character. Like, so you could have one character have 2 or 3 different abilities that like kind of vastly changes their thing. Like maybe one ability for Mirage makes her spawn 3 people sometimes, or maybe one ability for Mirage makes her invincible or invisible for a little bit. You know, just like very big changes, but just like really nuance between it. But you never know what they'll come out with. And then we have codename Shout, which I assume is going to be a new like spell card or like support card. Potentially something like a rally cry or something that maybe will like increase attack speed, or maybe it'll increase health or heal. I don't know what it would do, but some sort of buff to characters. We'll see. And then going even further, this is anticipated for the spring, which who knows what that means in the dev world. This update was supposed to come in February, so they're already at least a month behind. So we'll see what spring ends up meaning. But we're gonna get events, and they say look forward to engaging unique events that offer rewards, variety in play, and more. So I'm hoping that means something more than just like play these cards and get points like most other games do. I hope it is something truly unique and maybe some unique gameplay and stuff like that. So I'm interested to see what they come up with. Either way, whatever it is, it's going to be another way to get rewards. So that's going to be exciting. And then spectating is really cool, where we'll have the ability to spectate other players. And I don't know if that means like there'll be like you can see your friends lists, or in Champion Strike they have a place where you can actually go and see active battles that are actively happening, and you can kind of scroll through them like a TV channel kind of. That's kind of interesting, but we'll see. It says they're initially adding it as a clan feature, so most likely you'll only be able to watch your clanmates, and maybe potentially you can only watch your clanmates as they're fighting each other, right? So if I friendly fight my buddy Army or something like that, people would be able to watch us within our team, maybe. Or it means, you could maybe like send out a code or something like that, and then other people would be able to click it and come to the match or something like that. I'm not really sure. Champion Strike does spectating really cool. You see how many people are watching. They can emote, and you can see their emotes. They can also cheer coins and like kind of bet on the match. So they do it really well. Champion Strike, if you don't know, is a game very similar to War Alliance. Same concept, same setup, Clash Royale, except you can move a character. Champion Strike is very technically good game, but it's not super updated, but very, very good. But I'm excited to see what War Alliance has. It's I like the way I'm seeing things go. I like the way that they update their cards. We're actually not talking about the updates, the balance patch updates, because I didn't grab a screenshot of that. But based on how they do their updates and their balancing, they definitely understand what's strong. So because in this update, they nerfed the pyro tank and they nerfed the elite bazooka troopers, which we all probably understand were very difficult cards to deal with. So I think they understand what they're doing. I think they have a whole lot of avenue to do some really cool stuff with this game. And I think what will make or break what makes me want to like play this game more and more and more will be the events. If the events are just kind of boring daily stuff that you don't really get great rewards from, it's not going to really engage me too much. But if they're like really cool stuff, and maybe they give you unique cards or unique situations, or maybe a different queue that has different rules or something, I don't know, but we'll see. Spring isn't that far away, so we'll see what it ends up being. I really appreciate you guys checking this out. If this was useful to you and you found benefit in me going through these updates for you, definitely give the video a like. It means a lot to me, and it definitely lets me know that people are enjoying this type of stuff, and it makes me want to do more of it, right? So if you want to see more of it, make sure you like, comment, let me know what parts you liked, what parts I should have went through. I should have gone through the update. I didn't think of the balance stuff, but I didn't think about that, and I have to start streaming here in like 10 minutes. So unfortunately, I must bid you adieu. So good luck out there. We'll see who's the first to level 50, although you can just buy it, so probably won't matter. But we'll see how War Alliance goes. So we will see you on the battlefield, Commanders, and check me out on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that jazz. And we will see you guys around. Bye.